Can we actually do like a little intro screen on this one? Just have it like be like pack with Jack, and then have like a little snippet on what this tutorial is going to be about. Make it look appealing to the eye. Hi, this is Jack. I've been getting a couple questions about packing and how I pack, because I use a dual-use packer. So you can use it for just regular packing. It's just got a bigger bulge, and you can use it for casual, friendly, shaking hands with your downstairs. And it's really nice because mine has a built-in rod, so it bends, and you don't have to like go and get your erection rod and do all that preparation and stuff. But so I like it. The only thing is it definitely packs a bigger bulge, so you kind of have to watch what you wear. I got mine on Amazon. It's like a $20 packer. It does its job. Like, just use condoms. Obviously, safe sex is good for you, no matter what kind of packer you're using. But I had a friend of mine come to me and say, "Hey, have you checked out the Rodeo?" And what that is a like a built-in harness. If you're hard packing or even soft packing works too, I would assume. And it's a pair of underwear that you buy, and you only get like one, and it's kind of pricey. And so it obviously doesn't last forever. So what I do is something a little cheaper, and I use boxer briefs for my undergarments, and I get them from like Walmart. Like, I've got the superhero ones, and I've invested in like 2 pairs of Calvin Kleins. If you want to invest in good boxer briefs, I would strongly recommend Calvin Kleins, because they're like the feathers of a god on your butt all day. It's kind of a weird way to say that they're really soft, but you get the picture, I'm sure. What I'm going to do is a tutorial on how I pack, revamp your boxer briefs. Boxer briefs for me works really well. I'm assuming briefs work just fine, but I think you can just use briefs and just pack without this kind of thing anyways. But boxers, I'm not sure how it would work. If you try this, let me know how it goes. I'm curious about how that works. But all you're going to need is a pair of scissors. You're going to need a needle and thread. That's another thing. You have to be able to sew. And if you don't know how to sew, I'll teach you how to sew real quick, because I think it's a craft that everyone needs. You never know when you have to sew your buttons back on your shirt from your partner getting a little buck wild. You're gonna need what I used is a pair of pajama pants. And, they have like a string in the pants. I just took that out. So you can use this. You can probably use like an elastic band from an old pair of underwear that you got lying around. You don't need anymore. Pair of boxer briefs. Green Lantern, baby. One of the things about this kind of packing is you're gonna need a packer that has a set of balls to it, because it'll be held in place. Alright, so here's what you're gonna do. Take your string, alright, take your packer, and what you're gonna do is wrap it around the shaft of your packer, and just kind of measure how tight you want to have it. You don't want to have it too loose, because you don't want the packer to fall out. So make sure that the testicles are not gonna, be coming through the loop. So you make a loop, measure how tight you want it, and then it's all in preference about where you want to place it in your boxers. Just wherever it sets most natural to you, put it there. What I do is, here, I'll teach you how to sew real quick. So what you're gonna do is take a needle, okay, and then your thread, doesn't matter what color, whatever tickles your fancy, and you want to give yourself about yay much. This is about 1.5 feet. Here, about 1.5 feet, 2 feet, okay? Then what you do is take your scissors, got it, don't use your teeth like an animal, we're civilized people in this house. Take one end of the string, like so. This is the hardest part. Take your needle, and then what you're gonna do is lick it, for good luck. Then this is putting the thread in the eye of the needle, and I'm a boss. Ding. And then you're gonna take the other end, bring it up. The needle's still attached down here, if you can see it. So what you want to do then is take it to the top, have the string be even as possible. Then you're gonna take it, wrap it around your finger through the loop, and you're just gonna tie a knot at the top. Then if you're crazy like I am, I do a couple knots just so when you start sewing, it doesn't come through. After you've got that done, okay, so it's gonna look like this. So you've got your knots up here, then it goes all the way down. Okay, so this is about how big mine's gonna be. Then what I do is start sewing it. So you put the needle through, okay, and pull the string all the way, and then the knot that you made will stop it. There's different ways to sew, and I do it a little more messy than what are they called? Seamstresses, people who can legitimately sew and do it for a living. But what I do is, pull it all the way through, right, and then just poke it back in. So like this, and it comes through the other side. Pull the needle through. Okay, then you got your first little stitch. See, Oh, that's adorable. You just keep doing that until you feel like it's secure and it's not gonna lose hold. Alright, so after you're done sewing, what you want to do is take your needle and thread and tie a knot at the end of it. The point is, and you can make a bunch of knots, and the point is so that if something were to happen, the thread doesn't come through. So see where you can see the knot right there? There. So what you can do is take scissors and, you know, just make some adjustments so it's not so sloppy looking, so it doesn't look like I did this when I was drunk. One thing I don't recommend is sewing when you're drunk. It does things to you. Wake up with wounds. Can't explain. Okay, so when you've got that all sewn together and you've cut the top, it should look something like this. Okay, cut it. Cut the rest of it. If you have a waistband like I do, preferably use scissors that can get shit done. Okay, so then you just have a loop. Take your loop and then take your boxers. I do it right at the bottom of the waistband, so like right down here. If you want to put it lower, you definitely can. If you want to put it higher, definitely can. It just depends on preference. Just put your packer and your boxers, kind of size it up, see where you want it. You know, you can even put them on. I wouldn't recommend sewing while they're on, but you can put them on, see where you want it, make a mark. Okay, so I'm actually gonna be a little different today, and I'm gonna put it just below the waistband, so like right where the cotton meets. Line it up. Make sure it's in the middle, unless you want to have an askew cock. That's fine if you're into that. And same thing. Again, take your thread. And then this time, what you want to do is give yourself a little more, so maybe like 2.5 feet of thread. And then the needle on top so I don't stab myself and die. For this, I wouldn't do it sparingly. I would make as many knots as humanly possible, because I am so not okay with having this thing fall out of my pants. But then again, I run around a lot. Like, I don't know about you guys, but if I'm drunk or not, I'm usually the one at the party who's running around doing God knows what. So, for example, Valentine's Day is also the Roman celebration of Lupercalia. You get stark naked except for having some goat skin on your genitalia, and you run around smacking people with sticks. Smack them with it in the name of fertility and say, bam, you're pregnant. That was my Valentine's Day. What did you do? Watch crappy love movies with your significant other. That's cute. By the way, I'm single. I don't think anyone was really surprised by that statement. So that's what the knot looks like when I'm all done. See, it's kind of a bulky little thing. So anyways, take your string and your needle, got it lined up, start sewing there. I start from the back and go forward. That. So needle's coming through this way. And then pull it through. And then you basically just repeat that, and so go in this way, come in, don't stab your finger like I just did. It's all going through the place I was sewing earlier, so where that connects is where I'm sewing it into the boxer briefs. So do that a few times until you feel comfortable with it, and we'll cut these strings when we're all done too. It won't look like this ugly. I really fucked up that first one. It's not supposed to. If you did this, you did something wrong, but it's okay. You can just cut them off at the end, tie a couple more knots in, and you'll be fine. When you're done, front should look a little something like that. So see, you just have a couple little stitches down here. And then the inside, you have a place to hold your packer. So if you have any questions about any of this, just leave a little comment in the little comment box. Alright lads, that's all I got for the day, and happy packing. Love, Jack.